Have you ever stopped to appreciate the humble wheel? This simple yet revolutionary invention has been a cornerstone of human progress for thousands of years. I mean, really stopped, like in the middle of a busy street, causing a traffic jam kind of stopped. Imagine the chaos and confusion that would ensue, all because of a moment of reflection. Probably not the best idea, but you get the point. The wheel is so integral to our daily lives that we rarely give it a second thought. The wheel, that seemingly simple invention, is so ubiquitous, so woven into the fabric of our lives that we often take it for granted. From the cars we drive to the bicycles we ride, wheels are everywhere. But imagine, if you will, a world without wheels. A world where transportation as we know it simply doesn't exist. No cars, no bikes, no skateboards or rollerblades, no airplanes, because those fancy jet engines, they rely on wheels for takeoff and landing. Yeah, they have wheels too. Without them, air travel as we know it would be impossible. We'd be stuck dragging everything around, like our ancestors did back in the Stone Age. Imagine the sheer effort and time it would take to move even the simplest of goods. Speaking of our ancestors, the invention of the wheel was a pretty big deal. It marked a turning point in human history, enabling new forms of transportation and machinery. It was a game changer, a revolution. The wheel allowed for the development of carts, chariots, and eventually complex machinery. Okay, maybe not as dramatic as a volcanic eruption or anything, but for early humans it was huge. It transformed the way they lived, worked, and traveled. So buckle up, pun intended, as we take a spin through the history of the wheel, from its humble beginnings to its high-tech present and its potentially even more amazing future. We'll explore how this simple invention has evolved and continues to shape our world in ways we might not even realize. Pinpointing the exact moment the wheel was invented is a bit like trying to find a dropped contact lens on a shag carpet. Tricky and frustrating. The origins of the wheel are shrouded in the mists of time, making it one of history's most elusive inventions. We're talking prehistoric times here, folks, so no Instagram posts or tweets to document the event. No selfies with the first wheel or viral videos of its maiden roll. But archaeologists and historians, those intrepid detectives of the past, have pieced together a rough timeline using ancient artifacts and archaeological sites. They sift through layers of history, uncovering clues that help us understand when and where this revolutionary invention first appeared. And the verdict is, drumroll, the wheel first appeared around 3500 BC in Mesopotamia, which is modern-day Iraq. This region, often referred to as the cradle of civilization, was a hotbed of innovation and progress. Now, before you picture some genius caveman shouting Eureka after stubbing their toe on a perfectly round rock, the wheel's invention was probably a more gradual process. It wasn't a single Eureka moment, but rather a series of small incremental advancements. Think trial and error, experimentation, and maybe a few accidental discoveries along the way. Early humans were constantly tinkering, trying to improve their tools and methods. The earliest wheels weren't used for transportation, though. They found their first practical application in pottery. They were put to work in potter's wheels, helping to shape clay into pots and other useful objects. This was a significant leap forward in craftsmanship and efficiency. It's like the wheel had a brief stint as an artist before becoming a global transportation superstar. From humble beginnings in the pottery workshop, the wheel eventually evolved to revolutionize transportation, changing the course of human history forever. Once people realized that round things could roll, it didn't take long for them to apply this newfound knowledge to other areas of life. The wheel, a simple yet revolutionary invention, began to transform human civilization in ways that were unimaginable at the time. It's like the light bulb moment that happens when you realize you can use a coffee filter to strain pasta. Pure genius. This kind of innovative thinking has always driven human progress. So the wheel went from spinning clay to transporting goods. Potters were among the first to harness the power of the wheel, using it to shape clay into beautiful and functional pottery.
Early humans figured out that by attaching a platform to a pair of wheels, they could create a simple cart or sled. This innovation allowed them to move heavier loads with much less effort. This was a game changer for moving heavy loads, whether it was crops from the field, which significantly boosted agricultural productivity, building materials for a new hut, or even, wait for it, people. The wheel made construction projects more feasible and efficient. Yes, the first horse-drawn chariots, those ancient Ferraris, started appearing around 2000 BC. These chariots were not just for show. They were a significant advancement in both transportation and warfare. Suddenly, warfare and transportation were never the same. Armies could move faster and strike with greater force, changing the dynamics of battle. No more long, tiring walks for these folks. The wheel reduced the physical strain of travel and made long-distance journeys more practical. They could ride in style, albeit bumpy, dusty style. The wheel had truly revolutionized the way people lived, worked, and traveled, setting the stage for future innovations.
From those early chariots, the wheel just kept on rolling, literally and figuratively. Over centuries, its design evolved and improved thanks to the ingenuity of countless inventors and engineers. Materials got stronger, construction techniques got more sophisticated, and the wheel became an indispensable part of human transportation.
We're talking everything from ox carts and carriages to bicycles and automobiles. The wheel made it possible to travel further, faster, and more comfortably than ever before. It connected people and cultures, facilitated trade and commerce, and expanded our horizons in ways our ancestors couldn't have imagined.
Section 5. Industrial Revolution. Wheels get real and metallic. The Industrial Revolution in the 18th and 19th centuries was like a giant leap forward for humankind, and guess what played a starring role? You got it, the wheel. But this time it wasn't just about transportation. The wheel became a crucial component of machinery and industry. Water wheels powered mills, grinding grain and sawing lumber. Spinning wheels, those iconic symbols of the textile industry, turned fibers into thread and yarn. And steam engines, those behemoths of the Industrial Revolution, relied on wheels and gears to drive their powerful pistons. The wheel wasn't just rolling anymore, it was spinning, churning, and powering an entire era of unprecedented technological advancement. Section 6. Wheels of war from chariots to tanks. Warfare, unfortunately, has been a constant throughout human history, and the wheel has played a prominent, if somewhat dubious, role in its evolution. From those early chariots charging into battle to modern-day tanks and armored vehicles, the wheel has enabled armies to move faster, strike harder, and dominate the battlefield.
But it's not just about brute force. The wheel has also been instrumental in logistics and support, enabling armies to transport supplies, equipment, and troops with greater efficiency.
So while the wheel itself may be a symbol of progress, its application in warfare is a reminder of the complex and often contradictory nature of human invention. Section 7. Up, up and away wheels take flight. You might think that the invention of the airplane rendered the wheel somewhat obsolete. After all, airplanes fly, they don't roll, right? Well, not so fast.
While airplanes may soar through the air, they still need wheels for something pretty crucial, taking off and landing. Imagine an airplane trying to land without wheels. It'd be like a bird trying to land on an ice rink. A whole lot of slipping, sliding, and potential for disaster.
So thank goodness for landing gear, those trusty sets of wheels that ensure smooth takeoffs and landings, and let's not forget helicopters, those marvels of vertical flight. They may not need runways, but they still rely on wheels for ground maneuverability. Section 8. Modern marvels. Wheels in every nook and cranny. Look around you, wheels are everywhere.
They're in our cars, bikes, skateboards and shopping carts, making our lives easier. They're in our watches, clocks, and even some of our kitchen appliances, helping us daily. We use them to move, to build, to create, and to explore new horizons.
The wheel has become so integrated into our lives that it's almost impossible to imagine a world without it. It's a testament to the ingenuity and creativity of humankind, a symbol of progress and innovation throughout history. Section 9. The future is spinning wheels in space and beyond. So what's next for the wheel? Will it continue to shape our future in the centuries to come? The answer is a resounding yes.
As technology continues to advance at a dizzying pace, the wheel is poised to play an even greater role in our lives. We're talking self-driving cars, high-speed trains that levitate on magnetic tracks, and even space exploration vehicles designed to navigate the harsh terrains of other planets. The wheel, in its various forms and adaptations, will continue to be at the forefront of these exciting developments.
Section 10, conclusion, a toast to the wheel. May it keep on rolling. From its humble beginnings as a potter's tool to its current status as a technological marvel, the wheel has come a long way. It has shaped our past, transformed our present, and will undoubtedly continue to influence our future. So the next time you see a wheel, take a moment to appreciate its simple yet profound impact on our world. It's a testament to the power of human ingenuity, a reminder that even the simplest of inventions can have a profound impact on the course of history. Cheers to the